those next door. When they were building it, it was like, it's going to be too small and not deep enough. No, that'll be fine. The cut's not the problem, it's actually turning it through the cut. So come through the cut, start tuning where those sailboats are, it's really good. Living over here, there used to be houses, and if you go over there, you'll actually see the foundations to about 1920. They've got decommissioned in the 80s, and it actually has no purpose whatsoever for us. It's lit up at night time with the light on the outside. And now over here, it's actually a generator. So someone has to go and pull the generator up. A few years ago, we actually wanted to
बनाके भी घुमे उधर से अब भी है ना यात्रा दिखाए नहीं
So just on the port, so we're on the main wharf here. There's all the container ships coming basically mainly go. We also get the fuel. So all the fuel for the top of the South Island, Mulberry, Picton, here, West Coast, is basically zero is the lowest possible tide. You know there's low tide and you get high tide. Zero is the lowest possible tide, and high tide is the highest possible tide. So everything's based on zero. So right out in front here is 7.6 metres chart datum. That's what we must be. Then if you get 4 metres of tide, you go 11.6 metres of water. So if you go 11.6 metres of water and you bring in a vessel that's got 10 metres of draft, you've got 1.6 metres underneath. So then what happens is, you bring that vessel in and you put it next to the wharf, and the tide goes out, well we actually have a pocket now in front of the wharf. So we've actually dug down in front of the wharf. And that pocket is 10.5 metres deep. So if the vessel goes down in the tide, it doesn't hit the bottom, it comes up. So tidal movement is very tight. Quite tight. Well, we're looking down here on Main Wharf. So this is the new finished this in 2020. The bit of concrete you're sitting on at the moment with the ships, but also for the lifeline we have obligation to operation. Not only that, it's the one we put up. On average, sitting at idle, burns about 220 to 230 litres of diesel per hour per engine. If it's working really hard, it's probably burning about all up 1,000 litres per hour. And the pilot's having some fun too. Look at that. Alright, so we'll come to here. So we've got two tanks sitting in front of us. So the one on the left, that's Harima Tinga 2, that's modern tank. The one next to it's called Toya. You can actually see, have a look at the colour of the water, see how it's dirty and brown? That's what the tanks do, basically. So basically, Harima Tinga 2, she has two 2,800 horsepower engines. Your average car is probably about 120 horsepower. Toya is 2,000 horsepower engine. So to say, they're probably burning 200, 220 litres of diesel per hour, just sitting there idle. The cool thing with the tuggers, what she's doing right now, the actual propeller is called an azimuth, so it's fixed down from the whistle, and you can turn the propeller your way. Frontwards, backwards, sideways, you name it, you can do it. And that's what he's actually doing now. You can see he's turning sideways, so obviously turning sideways, and he keeps turning up and down us as well. But you can see how they turn sideways. So fully going. So they're only rigged to about 1600 RPM, but believe me, if the tug's rigging at 1600 RPM, a pretty cool machine to actually play with. The Harima Tinga 2 is probably that's about 5 years old, I think about 7.5. That's what the they'll be loving it because now they're not being responsible for the fuel bill. They'll be like, yeah! So as you can see, they're pretty maneuverable. You don't normally see them do that. There's only a crew of 3 on the tug. So there's the tug master, he has a big hand, so they put the rope on, and then there's an engineer. If you go up towards Toya and Harima Tinga 2, they're pretty amazing. While we're sort of looking in that direction, just behind those tugs, look at the water. That's actually called the Glacier Wharf over the fast slopes. It's built in 3 stages. The first stage was built in 1958, 1962, and then 1972. And as such, Darragh Harness Wharf to keep going timber wharfs. We plant on here. And the red team run another piece of equipment. We'll just go through it. We can't put our cranes, we don't really containers. So generally over here, we end up putting cars on there. That's where the cars get unloaded. Bitumen, so bitumen that's into the asphalt on the roads, that gets parked up over there. And actually, that big black tank you can see sort of outline across, that's bitumen, so that's designed basically for the roads. That's essentially all goes through there. See that bitumen colour of this. So the Hoi Matinga 2 actually just working. The Hoi Matinga 2 will be pushing the vessel and Toya will be pulling it. So they'll both be roped on, so they'll both have a mooring line. So we give the mooring line to the vessel, but basically, it's danger. If they think they're going too hard or too fast, it's the time. They know, oh, there's a box on the ground and a container falling over and wrecked. And so when that happens, the whole boat, it's quite a cool machine actually. The other one is this area you're in here right now. This is what we call a VTA, which stands for Vehicle Transit Area. The container is brought into Port Nelson. So when you go to repair them, it gets a bit expensive. Left hand side, so that's the bitumen tank. So again, the bitumen that goes on the roads, that's where it comes through from Copenhagen. Is pumped into there. It's actually heated, so it's actually one bar. So if they turn the switch off, it's not good. We actually send it. So we actually send them in overseas from that. So right in front of us is a good example. You see the containers, these are lined up. There's put up in these sheds to the side. They're going to basically put them into those containers. See all that white timber, which is all the wrapping and character, all that there is a job. $250 a week. And then the opposite side to that is anything that comes in here quite often gets unloaded. I'm doing a project here where I've imported a lot of steel from overseas. The team here unloaded. So it was set up, so the big shed to the left, which you walk past, that receives empty bottles. So a bottle will rise, it gets mainly Auckland, it rises,
Saya biar manja.
it'll be completely clear.